because it's a position 5 mag, starting with the boots of speed. They might actually swap things around, give priority to mag in this game so that he can get the mid lane. Chessie, he'll drop.
Oh.
I mean, he does not have a target. You can try to empower Spirit Breaker.
Oh, top lane RMN. Chased under the tower. Weehar's rotation comes in. Lina with a Laguna Blade just zaps Zibe down, and Misery, can he get away from this? There's a Light Strike Ray being held. He tries the charge, but the stun hits.
Lands the stun.
Wee, beautifully done in here for 5 men, so they're going to gather up around him. Light Strike Array, Laguna Blade, everything you've got. They think about pressuring the tier 1 bottom as anti-mage top. Charged up, there's the bash. Hitting him with the stuns, but he blinks back. And he looks perfectly fine. Wee with another rotation. Wee just moving from lane to lane, finding the stun, and Misery, he's just about done. RMN has to retreat as the skewer blocks the advance, but check up for him.
You'll set up on mid.
And they stop the charge coming in, and now the Winter's Curse. Chessie stunned up, but they've got the Nether Strike. The Cold Embrace comes, but the magic damage is overwhelming. Now the Undying's on the run as the Stampede ends, and Lone Druid sends his bear forth, a couple of hits. And in comes Misery as well, but the charge in. RMN's about to drop, and so will GH. 5 men starting to run over Team NIGMA. Bringing the numbers into that mid lane as Misery just going to go for, you know, casual blade mail, giving much more of that net worth as Ace is just demolished by his own bear. One Winter's Curse, and he dies. Trying to send it forward as the Yule's up will stop any skewer RP play. The Light Strike Array in onto Pylai, and he's gone. Now Ace trying to get into true form, dodging out with a Savage Roar. Zibe gets a good ulti down as V's forced to turn and run. But Ace is losing his life slowly but surely, and the AM stops his TP. Glimmer capable by a bit of space, but Zibe is also trapped in behind the tier 2. Thunder God's Wrath helps them get a kill on GH. As Team NIGMA, they were grouping up down bottom. Solrip there keeps RMN a little healthier, but the charge arrives onto mind control. RMN's dropping very low. In comes the rest of the 5 men, and they've cleared up a double kill for Chessie. Both supports down, and the Nether Strike's there. Mind control just pummeled into the ground. Lone Druid yules up into the air now, but look at Wee, he's dying. Mind control's arrived with a blink stop, but the backstab comes in. The Nether Strike to be trying to stun up Miracle as that Spirit Breaker just 1v1s the AM. AM's not winning that fight. A great RP comes in from Pylai, the empowered Spirit Breaker. That's where the damage is going to come from. Now RMN is backstabbed by Zibe. Ace is still making his escape as Mind Control hiding away in the trees. Added lockdown, which they are lacking. Zeus is being eyed up now by NIGMA though. Chessie showing on the map. Blink stun as Mind Control makes his move in. Stampeding forward but missing the Light Strike Array. Chessie though doesn't really have a way to escape. Miracle's there to secure the Abyssal Blade.
Didn't want to take a fight.
Mind Control. Oh, is he going to get out of here? Thunder God's Wrath, not enough, but the second Nimbus. Refresher Orb shown off, and RMN has walked into the middle of this disgusting fight. Throws his tombstone down. That's going to be free gold. As 5 men clear up 2 kills and on the doorstep of the Dire team.
Scoring a bash on AM in a crucial situation because of the double hit.
That'll be huge.
Is gone.
There's the jump onto the bear. Trying to bring it down, but it's tanky. Doesn't have any mana left. But it's going to rip through the barracks. Hot knife through butter this. Big old teddy bear. RMN pops his ulti, but in comes the Thunder God's Wrath. The charge forward as well towards GH, and they've blown up both supports. No buyback on the Winter Wyvern, so no Winter's Curse. And Dying buys back, and Mind Control blinks in. Misery stomped up, but he's so tanky. 3,000 HP on this Spirit Breaker with a Glimmer Cape and a Solar Crest on him. 5 men are running away with this game now.
I don't see NIGMA winning a team fight. There's no Wyvern. Like, there is no counterplay once they decide to go in. And AM, he needs to be careful. If he pops the Manta style right now, then he does not have a defense tool. RMN gone.
And where is the anti-mage? He's in the fountain. He's hiding. The coward doesn't want to fight. He jumps forward now to try and take down the Zeus, but Weehar's already gone. No buyback on Lina, and it's AM against the world. He's bashed up and cleared out, and that's got to be game over. A double kill for Ace as 5 men sprint towards victory here in game 1. Ace Lone Druid breaking the losing streak and looking really good doing it. 5 men, 1-0 up against Team NIGMA so far. Should be able to get himself a decent amount of experience.
GH forced the TP out on the bottom. Dive from Phoenix and Spectre.
Top lane. Maledict with the stun. Misery caught up in the cold snap. Zibe's trying to turn a bit of damage back onto Wee. But Misery's going to pop here, it looks like. One more touch. He's going to try and tango up.
Tango.
There's no way he survives this. The final hit comes through.
There's a rotation from Witch Doctor. The problem is they don't know that he's going to hit 6 right now. There's the
And he
chrono.
throws the chrono straight away. Phoenix gets caught out. Dream Coil down, and they do silence up the void. The trade back is coming as long as they can get the final bits of damage, but the time walk out. Miracle still going to get slowed down. The battle hunger is there, and there's no escape for the void this time around as RMN tries to get a bit of damage onto Ace. The Maledict is going to pop, and that's a good trade. Falls back to where Mind Control is, and even throws the Dream Coil in on him, so the stacks which are being made up by the Radiant team are contested by the Magnus to dive in with a Supernova, but a skewer away, and Pylai Die not able to keep them all stuck in place. The juke around the trees, and Jesse's dying to Death Ward. No phase shift means that the puck is gone. Now the turnaround onto RMN, it is the lowly Witch Doctor, which is traded back as Roshan killed off Mind Control, and Spectre with the Horn in. Getting ready for top now, though. 5 men realizing that the tempo creator for NIGMA is hiding under his top tier 1. Gets off an EMP and a cold snap onto Axe, and into the Invis he goes, but he's been dusted up. 5 men there, take down the Invoker, and the reaction from NIGMA is going to come into a Supernova. Pilot Eyes there, setting it up beautifully. The Death Ward's launched out, but Jesse is jumped in aggressively. Death Ward finally killed off. A 2 for 2. You do lose Veno and your Axe, and maybe even a Phoenix here as Miracle's rotations arrive. Faceless Void with the Mask of Madness going to try and bash away at the Phoenix. Pylai Die. The first hit comes beautifully for Miracle. And in fact, it's 5 men who smoke to try and make this move. Coil
on Void.
The Haunt, and they've silenced up the Void. He's in a lot of trouble here. Time Walk might come up in time, but no. The Death Ward's out and focusing on the Spectre, who has Maledict on her. And an RP there from Mind Control, going to drag her back with a skewer into the midst of all the rest of NIGMA.
It's a lot of gold spent. You know, it's almost a full earn already done, but your Venomancer said, like, I'm going Spirit Vessel.
Your Venomancer is getting jumped by the Void. And GH with a stolen Sunray burns through that slimy Slugman. Miracle trying to lifesteal himself up through the Poison Over and the Gale as they find Axe, who was lurking around, and Puck is blinking forward, coiling too, and slaying the Void. Miracle incredibly farmed with this Empower on him. 11,000 net worth. He is at the top of the board, but they jump into mid. The Dream Coil there on Witch Doctor, missing out on Wii though. Would have been a great jump if they found the Invoker, but the Death Ward there, and there's nothing to stop it. RMN just lets it go. Wild kill onto Zibe, and they never get to play their own
This
game.
is dangerous. Roche, they will get it on times. Spectre will pick it up unless she gets bashed like 4 times in a row.
Oh, Misery's that bodyguard up on the front lines, and they jump with the puck as well. Just a Waning Rift and all the way. The Cask is jumping, and the Chrono's onto 2. They do get a couple of good targets. Sunray is not going to do a whole hell of a lot of the skewer. They'll cancel it out, and Enigma, they get 2 kills, but they don't stop Roshan from falling. That is disastrous for 5 men right now. Giving Faceless Void a free Aegis. Chrono up in a minute and a half, but I don't think he cares. Straight onto Misery he goes. The Sunstrike misses, but who gives a damn? The Horn comes out now as they dive onto Zibe. Faceless Void trying to go wild on it, but the Dream Coil holding back the Magnus and the Witch Doctor, and Spectre turns, facing off against this Mind Control who gets used up now. Stopped in his tracks, and no skewer, so he's forced to RP. Supernova's there, so Miracle can't get into the fight, and the chase is on. 5 men are still doing it. They've got the damage, and they can keep on going if they want. Spectre gets cold snapped, and the puck blinks away. But Venomancer's come in. He's got a Gale forward onto Wii. They've clumsy netted him, and he's gone. NIGMA, even with that Aegis, still falling apart and crumbling to pieces.
What is going on in this game, Gary?
I don't know. Look at us.
Gary, we were wrong.
Well,
you guys got you baited in chat, didn't you?
Yeah, it was
Aegis expired.
30 seconds it was on the floor.
Around 30 seconds.
But I mean, with the poison over onto Miracle. They know Aegis is gone, but with the Meteor Hammer not landing, they don't have a stun. Still trying to keep tabs on the Void, but he still reges away from the clumsy net. The 2-man coil, it arrives. It's good for Jesse. If only they can jump in. And the coil, can they turn around? GH trying to get it done. And 5 men struggling to finish anybody off. The Supernova finally comes, and they've silenced up the Miracle Void. He's dying and dropping low for the dunk. It doesn't work. Somehow he gets away with his life. We will finally fall as Miracle has got lifesteal up on these creeps. GH is chased by Chessie. In comes the puck again. The blink to the high ground. GH is out of there, and RMN trying to retreat as well. dagger following Miracle as he still holds on to Chrono. The blink pull! Misery's in there! A great initiation now as this spin
Miracle might kill
just
himself.
goes to work!
He's gonna kill
the
him!
Chrono does nothing! NIGMA
Die
falling apart.
now.
Oramen's about to die to a meteor hammer. 5 men are about a 2-0 team NIGMA at this point. And they've got no buybacks, Lacoste. Your 19,000 net worth Faceless Void is dead for 40 seconds. They skewer and snap the coil under the tier 4 is stuck, but they need everything. RP's there. She's so damn tanky. Still has 11-1 charges. Amanda Starr and 4th left to get away. Ace is dead. The streak is gone. And an outplay will keep NIGMA in this game and in the tournament for now.
GH.
All the deny.
Doing so much.
What is happening? He hits the Magnus twice and lets him die to poison. What is going on? Oh my goodness gracious me. Miracle working with MKB. We scouting out Pylai Die and Misery. Gets the tornado onto the Phoenix and the Sunray from GH. Burning through Pylai Die, but a supernova into the call. Blinking on GH now. The Sunstrike from Wee will chip away a little bit of HP. But they've also caught the Void. The supernova landed. The stun is there. The Meteor Hammer comes. And the control from the Dream Coil actually onto both of them. Invoker and Void, they're in a lot of trouble. They bash the heal. Satanic's there and Miracle turns it around. NIGMA finally having something go their way, but the Haunt in from Ace. The Spectre arrives. It's the pause one out, but he's struggling to stick on targets. They need the Orb forward and some waning rifts here. The Yule's up into the air. The Invoker sends skywards. The Cyclone comes. And as the jump forward again, Jesse doesn't have any more stuns. Disabling Wee is a very difficult task as the slowed down Spectre can't give chase any further, but they've got what it takes. It's the Sunray from Pylai Die to finally bring the Invoker to his knees.
Lower the cooldown on the abilities. Miracle is in a good
into
spot.
the pit. Oh, the Chrono, he does get it, but only onto Misery. That's not ideal. The Cataclysm comes, but the Horn into the back. They're trying to focus down onto Invoker and the supporting cast. The RP lands on Ace. They stun up Zibby as well. The Malediction Death Ward coming in towards the Spectre. They're focusing down Ace, but he's so damn tanky. The Malediction is surely going to pop him now, though, as RMN trades his life. Now back to Miracle, silver edging and running forward. Gets used up. As Magnus being pummeled by the Venom and the Puck. We gonna get chased down as well, but no reveal to see that Invoker. But Void being alive gives NIGMA what feels like the advantage.
Without Spectre, they don't have enough damage to deal with the Faceless Void.
But they're going to try and turn onto GH. They Yules up the Void and they're focusing the Rubik. All the way, yeah, the jaunt out. GH survives. Misery's down. Zippe still standing his ground, trying to battle through. But GH taking so long to die. The gem is on the deck. And Puck will have no option but to try and run away. Get the gem and run away. Get the gem and run away. He's broken.
With his life.
He has Waning Rift. He has Orb. He has Blink. The Blink away. Now the Orb out. And he's safe and sound. Team are dealing with Void.
Yeah, the only defensive tool item that they have is Sunray and Force Staff on Venomancer. That's pretty much it. No Glimmer Capes.
Oh, the Yule's up. Stops the call. 5 men. I thought they could get him there. They're going to Haunt for it. Dream Coil. And they do move forward. Trying to pick off. And with a Chrono there onto the Puck and the Cataclysm landing. But Eon Disc keeps Jesse safe and sound as the Supernova also utilized here. So Miracle's back in for round 2. Big ulti's down for 5 men. Chrono not ready, of course, for the Void, but he's got Aegis, he's got Satanic, he's just chasing into Misery. And now the RP. Mind Control lands it onto the 2 targets they want. Venomancer is done for as well. Now Ace on the run out. Chessie trying to buy some time for his Spectre. Slowed down a little bit by the Ice Wall on the way through. Tornado up as well. And he's in a 1 versus 4. Ace, where are you going to go? You're being broken by the Silver Edge. Lifted up by GH. Chessie trying to come in, and they've stunned up Wing. A lot of damage, but he pops the G's. Heals back up to almost full, but Ace is broken once more, and Miracle, he is hungry for battle. Deal with that creep wave with the enemy damage. But even a repair kit not defending up against double catapult and the Alacrity Void, as Miracle has Chronosphere once more. Zippe, dangerous place to be, but they jump in with Chessie, lift up the Puck, can't finish him off, and the Chronosphere there lands it onto 2 with the Cataclysm, Misery, and Zippe, both about to fall. They've cleared them both up, and one doesn't have buyback. Animancer returns as the Spectre does dive very deep with the help of the Supernova. Maybe they can swing this fight and they get the Poison Nova out. But the RP, Miracle has to run away. Can't fight into the RP. The Ice Wall will try and slow the advance here of 5 men, but Miracle jumps back in. The Void wants to fight. Yules into Meteor Hammer, landing and connecting onto the Void, but he's so tanky. Even with the poison, the damage over time, he battles through and kills the Spectre off. Miracle with a double kill now, and he's gonna go for more. The triple for your Void. Give him the Ultra. Miracle, the one-man faceless Void show now. It's NIGMA looking to close this one out. Buyback from Wii as well. Trying to TP out to the outpost and sprint into this mid lane. They need to finish this game. Repair is there, and Chessie with a double kill. GH gone. Faceless Void gonna get called up now and drag him back towards the fountain. They've got Magnus and Void with Invoker arriving soon. Meteor Hammer's about to land, but he time walks away from it. Still focusing the throne, hitting the building. Repair kit, keeping 5 men in the game, and the Blink Call catches both the Blade Mail. Oh, Void is still alive. He got a Satanic off just in time. Silence up with the Dream Call snap, but the throne is falling. That is game. GG is called 1-1 in this series. Yeah, thanks guys. Here we are, game 3 draft all done and dusted. So Wee's having a cracking time mid lane. Oh, they cask bottom. They catch him mid dive. Misery can't escape now. He's been tapped by the Maledict. And Miracle's toying with him. First blood. Something like that pos 5. Oh, jumping up top. Trying to find that Wee Viper mid as well. And RMN with GH going to get closed off here by Chessie. Great Sprout blocks them out, and RMN is going to be a double kill for Chessie, looking for the triple. Can they finish off GH? There's no help from Sven or Magnus, and Ace Spectre is going to close the gap with a dagger for the final hit from Chessie to get the triple. And now Prophet back in the game. Perfectly fine. Until maybe he walks into the Viper. Zippe does have the backup of Chessie. They sprout Wee. He doesn't have any way to cut through the trees, so Sunray and Epicenter, and Wee completely isolated from the rest of his team. He's a little bit tanky, but there's enough heroes here from 5 men to clear him up.
He's gonna get killed in Misery,
gonna die? He gets the trade.
If you're a Cord and you pick up Trusty Shovel and don't use it for the first time, you know, you're not doing it correctly because you need to be greedy.
Oh, top lane, telekinesis into Sandstorm. Chessie hit by the Maledict and dropping low, but the turnaround play from Zippe and Pylai died. They were waiting in the wings, just ready to strike. NIGMA do start gathering and converging down there around the Sven. So it comes. 5 men. Sand King with a Haunt to scout and a TP forward finds the Viper. Wee turns with a Rod of Atos, down to half HP already. Kind of stuck in this Sandstorm, and the Supernova's there, and no one can touch it. The Viper is being annihilated by this Sand King, and they've got a bonus kill as well. All the way off to the right-hand side, they've taken down Pylai Die, but the Sven needs help. He's got damage, but he doesn't have control. Now trapped inside the Sprout, he's being burnt down by the Sunray. Pops out his Hand of Midas onto one of the treants, but Miracle's in a spot of bother here. He's going to try and turn and nearly kills off Chessie, to be fair. Dodging the shockwave, well played by the Prophet. Very close battle as they do jump in. Mind Control gets the Chessie Prophet.
Same goes for the top.
It wasn't a freebie top. GH was, I don't know, a fraction of a second away from denying it. The right click was very close as Misery gets hit by the Rod of Atos, but Chessie with Ace. They both arrive with a Haunt and the TP. There's global presence onto Wee.
Good body
Viper. See a buddy, and now the Invis rune for Mind Control, but he's dusted up. They still do see him. Trying to track back behind the tier 1 tower, and they've revealed him. Skewer's back, but Ace is taken with him and gets the double kill as 5 men. Now the BKB from Chessie shown off, silencing RMN as they come in to defend their tier 1 mid with only a couple of heroes.
It's time to go Roche.
Roshan is at 4,000, 3,000 HP. He's about to die, and he's going to drop an item.
Literally shaking right now. Guys, is it in? He actually put the in instead of forgetting.
Someone has to pick it
in. Oh. It's ready.
Lacoste, is it in yet?
It is.
Very good. Powerful move by Ace, picking up the Aegis, and they've already killed off GH. A good stun onto the Sand King. Onto the Sven from the Sand King, but he turns with his God Strength, whacks into Zippe and clears him up. The bug is down. And Spectre on the retreat. The BKB God Strength of Sven is a sight to behold. They're still trying to catch up to her, but Ace is pretty speedy, and the Shadow Amulet there revealed by the dust. Pylai Die is going to get cleared up here by Wee from the low ground. Gonna make his way into the trees. I don't think they saw all they did. They pinged him. They know where he is. So the skewer there. And Chessie, BKB is gonna get cancelled out by the RP. They're coming in with the damage. The horn's flying out. And in comes Ace looking to battle GH. Chessie's still alive. Cutting through the trees. He's dusted. He's running. He's sprinting away. Miracle will finally claim his life, but Ace is going wild onto Wii. Now the Aghanim Scepter from Miracle gets him on top of the Spectre. Pops the Ghost Strength and takes her out of the fight. 5 men, what have they got left? Well, Sankey's being chopped into pieces, slain where he stands, and the Maledict onto Ace will make short work of the Spectre. There's no Supernova, no Zeus, and nothing left for 5 men to give. All thanks to that early tri-lane where they safeguarded his farm from the very get-go. And they jump and skewer. Misery gets caught out. Does he have a chance to dive? He's yulzed up, the Death Ward's out, and the Supernova's forced. Stormhammer, the 4-man stun. Beautiful damage from Zibe. In comes the Prophet, but he hasn't BKB'd, so he is all stunned up. Now he turns it. And into that Stormhammer they go, but the RP from Mind Control's just as gorgeous as the Burrow Strike. And a triple kill comes through from Miracle, and in they go. They want the Rampage. They want the team wipe. They give it to Miracle. Come on, Ace. Where is it? There's no Aegis over in the Roche pit. You can't go pick that up from game 2. It's not there anymore. No, you can't. Runaway toss. In comes Sven, and the Rampage comes.
Looked like a very promising fight.
He's on the offensive here. Look at him go. Who's he going to fight? Oh, it's Zibe, is it? Hello. Where's the reveal? Dust from Mind Control. Burrow Strike buys a second of respite. He's going to have to BKB here, maybe, Miracle, as the Haunt arriving. BKB, turn and fight, and he blows up Misery.
He's still alive. Two-shotted.
What you want?
Over edge. Do they have reveal?
Oh, they do see him. He does finally die. And now the Death Ward down as they try and focus down Ace. The Spectre's in trouble. Drag him back into the Nether Toxin. The pings come out, and Ace is down. They get 1 kill.
Like, you have the holy trinity of the items. You have Pipe, you have Guardian Greaves.
Allows Ace a little bit of a retreat, but he's got pathing issues. He went low ground and back to high ground, and that's allowed NIGMA to catch up again. Skewered back into the Nether Toxin, and that's him done. Dead for 75.
He's saving 4,000 gold. Now NIGMA will knock on your tier 3 towers. There's no taunt.
Well, that's not knocking Lacoste, that's a battering ram as Sven diving for the Zeus, kills him off by the tier 4s. The Supernova's finished off, and every teamfight ulti ability or whatever you got for 5 men is just going down the drain. Nice stun, blink initiation, Sanking's in with the Thunder God's Wrath, but Sven just whacks him down into the grave and 6 feet under. Chessie does TP forward, but Sven is still battling here. The skewer back in, and I think 5 men are just done. Viper, Witch Doctor, and the Sven, they've got another stun to come as the dust is not there. No reveal. Zibe, 2-man stun, but it's not enough damage. Thunder God's Wrath ready in 20 seconds. Oh, this is huge. Can they find... Oh, they see a sentry placed down. Sven, who wants to go in. The Sand King is going to dodge it with a blink away. And now Miracle. Where's his BKB? He pops it a little late. Half HP for the RP. There's Mind Control taking out Pylite dies. Chessie does get hit by the big old Maledict. Massive AoE circle. And Sven, still holding onto Satanic, gets hit by the Meteor Hammer, though. In comes the Chain Stuns. No! Zibe gets lifted. GH saves the day. So now Miracle can turn and play Dota 2 as they'll cleave through Zibe and look for the Supernova now. The egg is gone, and 5 men left stranded with only 2 heroes alive. Skewer back Chessie's Prophet, and this is all they have left. The lonely, lonely Spectre.
Game number 1 really affected 5 men and the way they played the game number 3.